Hi all, welcome to Coding Tricks. In this video, we'll see how to create events and how to use event emitter and how to pass events from child to parent, how to bowl up the events. So all those things we'll see in this video. Okay, so what I will do here is I will take a component. So I will take our sample component. Okay, so I will separate this into a separate template. So let me create a separate paste, and here I'll rename this to sample component dot html. Okay, so here I will quickly take out everything and I will delete this. I'll place it here. This document I have formatted it. Okay, so now quickly I will call here, instead of template I need to use template URL. Okay, this is again a string. The syntax will be sample component dot html. Okay, sample component dot html. So we will run this. I'll open the terminal and here I will do ngserve open, and we'll see whether it is working as expected. It is compiled. Okay, I have some issue with my internet. I will fix that up. Hopefully now it should display. Okay, let me just do. Okay, it is coming up, data is populated. Okay, this is working fine. So now let me go back here to my HTML page and I will call another component here. Okay, I want to call another component. So to create a component, what I will do, I will open my command prompt, or I will use my terminal, and inside here I will create we can create a number of terminals. If you want, you can create one more terminal. Okay, in this terminal, in terminal 1 I will use ngserve. Okay, open, and in terminal 2 I will actually create a new component. So that I will do ng generate component. Okay, so yeah, this is opened up, generate component, and I will name it as child. Okay, child, I'll just name it as child, and I'll hit enter button and it will create component. So it is created a component. So I have created outside of this for demo purpose. So you can see it here. It must be created. Yeah, it is created a component, child component, and it is actually uh, having everything, and it is also registered. So what I will do is, here I will actually take it off this code. Okay, I have commented this code, and instead I will place this child component. Okay, so child component, this is the selector I have, app child. I need to take this selector, and if I want to load that, I have to come back to my ts file, html file, and here I need to place this selector. Okay, automatically the component will be placed here. So what is the message I'm writing it here? I'm writing this one. Instead of this, what I will do here, I will put one message, uh, button. I will place a button. Okay, the button I will give here, click here. Okay, now so this will actually display this component on my sample component. So inside my sample component, you will see this component is placed. Okay, you can see it here. Click here has come. Okay, the moment I click here, okay, so what I want to do is, I want to pass a message from parent to child, and similarly child to parent. And also I want to, if I click event here in child, I want to perform some action on parent. Okay, that means I am bubbling up my event from child to parent. Okay, so that is the agenda of. If you want to pass a value from parent to child, you need to have something called an attribute called input. That means you are giving input from parent to child, from parent component to one component to other component, one parent component to child component. Okay, so wherever you register your component, that will become parent, and whatever component you placed it, that will become child component. Okay, so I have to use a something called input attribute, and I want to name it as text, the property, and this property initially it will be empty. Okay, so this input value I will pass it from parent to child. To pass that, I will go to I will actually display whatever I have passed it here. So I will place it here, something like this, text. Now I will go to parent. I have this is my parent component. Inside my parent component, I need to have text as the property, and this text property I need to specify what I'm passing from parent to child. Okay, you need to use something like this, because I'm giving an input. I'm giving input from parent to child. In the parent, I have declared whatever property I have declared, input property. So input property is mandatory. If you don't have input property, it will not work. You need to expose that as an input property. So I have exposed that as an input property, and I want to pass value from parent to child. That's all I have done. That when I come here, okay, see, you can see the message from parent to child. That means this message I am displaying it in the child I am displaying it, which I passed from parent to here. So this is about input tag and passing value from parent to child. uh, so this is from the child. I want to pass a value from child to parent. Okay, so to pass that, I will use output attribute, and I will also use event emitter. So event emitter is something, if you want to trigger a event from child to parent, you can use event trigger. That means if you want to bubble up your event from child to parent, you can use that event. So we'll see how to do that. So the intent here is, I want to pass from parent to child, trigger an event. Okay, to do that I will go to child component.html, and here I need to have one event. So I have a default event called click event, and I will name this as click here. Click here. This click here, I will define it inside my child component.ts. This will not return anything, this will return void. Okay, but I want to pass, I want to trigger event from child to parent. That means when an event button is pressed here, that event is also should trigger in parent. To do that I need to use a tag called output tag. The same way how I used input tag, I have something called output tag, and in the output tag I need to define what event I want to have it. So I want to have a child click. I want to name that a child click event, and I want to bubble up this event. To use that I need to use a concept called event emitter, and it is of type any. It is any, you can give any type, or if you want to pass a specific type you can pass that. Okay, I'll have here, and I will define new event emitter of any, and close this. Okay, so this is, I've decorated it as an output event because I want to pass value from child to parent. I want to output a event from child to parent, so that is the reason I have used output. If you want to take an input from parent to child, you can use input. Okay, so child click, and here I will define it as this dot click here, child click, and there is an called emit. Inside this emit I can actually pass what is the message I want to pass it. So this is a generic type. I can pass string, I can pass number, I can pass anything. Since I declared it as an any, I can pass anything. Okay, now but I will pass here, this is a string. Okay, I can pass this. So I this is from, I'll give after, this is from child. I want to pass this particular string. So when it comes to parent, you have to register this event. So to register that, go to parent. In the parent we have declare that as an output. So you have to take this click event. Okay, and come to parent, come to parent, and have it is, see, normally when you define in Angular, if you want to define an event you need to use these braces, this parenthesis. Inside this parenthesis you have to declare that event name. That is the syntax in Angular. So I will name it as child click event, and to access the value I need to use something called event. Okay, so I have defined this. Okay, child click event, I have defined it, and this child click event I need to register it. You can see it here, it is showing me another child click does not exist, so I need to register that. To do that I'll have to have void. This is again a type of void. I don't want to register anything, and this will give me event. Okay, so this is of type any. I can give any, or if I know I'm passing a string, so I can directly define it as string also, the type. And here I want to display the message whatever I have received it. I will name it as event. I will display it here. Okay, now we'll run and see. So automatically that's fine. Okay, now it has run. Okay, now I'm triggering child event. This is coming from child, right? When I click here, Okay, this is from child. This event is fired, and what I'm doing it here, this is from child, so that is the message I have received it. So let me come to sample component, and I will put actually I will display that message in the text. So to do that, I'll define child text and of type string, and this child text I'll just place it here. This dot child text equal to event. You can have anything here. I'll just apt name event string, name it as event string. Okay, done this. So this child dot text I will display it in the parents here. I'm going to find something like this. You no need to have this. Take it off, and you can also, for time being, I'm just removing this. Okay, so now let me run this. I think it is running. This is coming. This is from parent. It's already coming. See, now you can see the message. This is from child. That means the event is triggered in the child, and from the child the event has bubbled up to parent. Okay, I'll show you that flow also. So if you want to debug your code, you can go to webpack and dot, you can go to source, you can go to app. Inside that you can go to wherever you want to debug child component.ts, and you can put a breakpoint here, and also you can go to the path where you want to test it. So I will place sample component.ts. You have to place it here. So if I click this button, first it has hit on my child, so child is hit, and now emitting, the emit method has called, and after that the event is bubbled up to parent, and parent has received the input, and this is received the string what I have passed from child to parent, and it has taken that value and placed it to text, assigned it here, and that is displayed it over here. So this is all about input, output, and event emitter, how to trigger events. Yeah, that's all. I hope you liked my video. If you like it, please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and please hit like button. Thank you.